Well, welcome everyone to another second round matchup here on Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN, brought to you by Owens Community College. I'm your host, Mason Lowry. Matchups like this always kind of intrigue me. We've got one of the smallest high schools in the Toledo area, Pettisville, against one of the largest in Anthony Wayne. School population size means very little, though, when it comes to what you know up here and how fast your thumbs are on the buzzers. Before we get into the buzzing round, though, let's meet these teams once again.
𝗦𝗫cy Hoyleman, senior.
Caroline Sturkin, senior.
Gavin Cifuentes, senior.
Keegan Bird, sophomore.
Jacob Howard, sophomore.
Ollie Benefield, junior.
Caleb Conwell, sophomore.
Welcome to the buzzing round.
In the buzz-in round, both teams will have their buzzers in hand. Teams buzzing in and answering correctly will receive 10 points. If they answer incorrectly, they will lose 10 points. Good luck.
And just a reminder to you folks at home and our players from Pettisville and Anthony Wayne, at the end of this and every other round, this is the sound you will hear. All right, hands on buzzers. Everybody ready? Let's dive into this round 2 matchup. Your time begins now. What former congresswoman from Wyoming campaigned against Donald Trump despite being a Republican? Anything? That was Liz Cheney. What Southeast Asian country was formerly known as Burma? Pettisville.
Myanmar.
Correct. What particle was named by Enrico Fermi for being a little neutral one? Pettisville.
Neutron.
No, sorry, neutrinos. Luke Longley and Patty Mills are 2 NBA players from what country? They're from Australia. What operation, the inverse of integration, finds the slope of a graph at a point?
Differentiation.
Correct. Fans of a team in what state have expressed anger at now former team general manager Nico Harrison? Looking for the state the team is from. Give up? Nico Harrison was the GM of the Dallas Mavericks, so Texas. What line of latitude that is located midway between the Tropic of Capricorn and Tropic of Cancer is located at 0 degrees? Pettisville.
Equator.
Correct. Some of what devices can be powered by movement, but mechanical versions must be constantly wound? Pettisville.
Clocks.
Can we accept that, Rich?
Yes.
We will accept that. Watches specifically, but clocks work just as well. Principal cast members of what legendary 1939 film included Ray Bolger, Margaret Hamilton, and Judy Garland? Pettisville?
The Wizard of Oz.
Correct. Common ways to throw the central object of what sport include an overhand pass called the hammer, as well as flicks? Anthony Wayne?
Basketball.
No, sorry, ultimate frisbee. A poem about what place, which inspired the title of Lorraine Hansberry's play A Raisin in the Sun, opens What Happens to Pettisville?
Harlem.
A dream deferred, and Harlem is correct. Harmonia, a queen of what city, was given a cursed necklace by Hephaestus on her wedding day? Looking for the city of which she was queen. It was Thebes. What animals were the subject of classical conditioning experiments by Ivan Pavlov? A-Dub.
Dogs.
Correct. What general was declared dictator for life before being assassinated on the floor of the Roman Senate on the Ides of March? A-Dub.
Julius Caesar.
Correct. Blaise Compaoré overthrew what country's first president, Thomas Sankara, who changed its name from Upper Volta? Pettisville.
Burkina Faso.
Correct. A 1992 study on what birds used pre-breeding syndrome to justify an incorrectly male-based dominance matrix in these birds' pinion types? They were jays, and that's time. So once again, Pettisville off to a really good start in the buzz-in round. That happened, if memory serves, in your first round matchup as well. So Anthony Wayne, 50 points in the hole. They will go first in the volley round when we come back.
Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is presented by Owens Community College. Your success starts here. Apply today at owens.edu. Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is presented by Owens Community College, home to Northwest Ohio's #1 nursing college. Welcome to the volley round. The volley round, the first question goes to the team with the lowest score. If they answer correctly, they are awarded 10 points, and the next question goes to the opposing team. If any team answers a question incorrectly, the opposing team gets a chance to answer that question and still receive their question. Good luck.
Time now to dive into the volley round where the questions go back and forth. A blazing hot start for the Pettisville Blackbirds, up 60-10 on Anthony Wayne. A-Dub, we know this is a team that can come from behind. Can they do it again here in round number 2? Anthony Wayne, you get the first crack at the first question in the volley round, which starts now. A-Dub, some members of what religious sect who were put to death, including Mary Dyer, were known as the Boston Martyrs?
Puritans?
No, sorry. Pettisville, you can steal.
Catholics.
No, they were Quakers. Pettisville, observed by the WMAP spacecraft, what kind of radiation is left over from the Big Bang?
Microwave.
Can you be more specific?
Microwave radiation.
Sorry, no. Anthony Wayne?
The cosmic microwave background?
That's the one. Well done. Anthony Wayne, an Echo Smith song titled For People with What Trait describes how they're driving fast cars?
Do not know. Need for Speed?
No. Pettisville?
No answer.
It's the Cool Kids. All of us in this room, I'm sure. Pettisville, the Well-Tempered Clavier is by a Baroque German composer with what surname who wrote the Goldberg Variations?
Strauss.
Sorry, no. Anthony Wayne?
Pass.
It was Bach. A-Dub, Dick Rowland was lynched in what city after which rioters destroyed businesses in the Greenwood district, nicknamed Black Wall Street?
Charleston?
No, sorry. Pettisville?
Montgomery.
No, Tulsa. Pettisville, the garbage plate is a food item that originates from what city in New York?
New York City.
No, sorry. Anthony Wayne?
Buffalo?
Oh, close, but Rochester. Anthony Wayne, a stepped version of what type of structure built in ancient Sumeria is called a ziggurat?
Pyramid?
Correct. Pettisville, the characters Pearl and Hester Prynne appear in what Massachusetts-based author's novel, The Scarlet Letter?
Nathaniel Hawthorne.
Correct. Anthony Wayne, Ronald Reagan fired over 10,000 workers in what industry during the Patco strike?
I do not know. You idiot. Transportation?
More specific?
Aviation?
Correct. They were air traffic controllers. Pettisville, what tradition's Mevlevi order was inspired by the spiritual couplets, a set of Persian poems by Rumi?
Confucianism.
No, sorry. Anthony Wayne?
Any idea? Taoism?
No, Sufism. Anthony Wayne, what city's woods name a waltz by its native Johann Strauss Jr., who depicted scenes from Austria? Looking for the city.
Vienna?
Correct. Pettisville, the March sisters, Amy, Beth, Meg, and Joe, are the title characters in what author's novel, Little Women?
Louisa May Alcott.
Correct. Anthony Wayne, a Graham's stain can detect peptidoglycan in what structure that surrounds the cell membrane in plants?
Cell wall?
Cell wall is correct. And that's time. So Pettisville still has the lead, but Anthony Wayne has taken a mighty chunk out of that lead. It's now a 20-point game as we go into the lightning round. Anthony Wayne will go first after this.
Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is presented by Owens Community College. Your success starts here. Apply today at owens.edu.
We're here for you, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is presented by Owens Community College, home to Northwest Ohio's #1 nursing college. Welcome to the lightning round. In the lightning round, each team gets 3 minutes to answer as many questions as possible. 10 points will be awarded for each correct answer. This round will begin with the team that has the lowest score. Good luck.
Well, another close game in a season that has been full of them. One of these teams, Pettisville and Anthony Wayne, will punch their ticket to the season-ending tournament. Anthony Wayne just 20 points, 2 correct responses behind Pettisville. Anthony Wayne, you have the floor for the next 3 minutes, which begin now. A blonde girl wearing a blue headdress wears the title accessory in what Dutch artist's painting, Girl with a Pearl Earring?
Bonnet.
No, it's Johann Vermeer. What sculpture is believed to be an allegory of the Inferno that depicts Dante with his hand on his fist?
The Thinker.
Correct. A variation of what food from St. Louis uses Provel cheese as an ingredient, while another from Detroit is served in squares?
Pizza.
It is pizza. 10 points for you. Which artist created the earliest surviving Renaissance equestrian statue, Gattamelata, as well as a sculpture of a man holding a sword who rests his foot on the severed head of Goliath?
Michelangelo.
Wrong. Ninja Turtle, Donatello. Maurice Wilkins received a Nobel Prize for studying what molecule using the research of Rosalind Franklin?
DNA.
Correct. Name this author of The Age of Innocence and The House of Mirth?
Pass.
Edith Wharton. What composer rewrote Frere Jacques as a funeral march in his Titan Symphony?
Pass.
Gustav Mahler. What month names the 1917 Bolshevik Revolution that started the Russian Civil War?
February? Is October, February?
February.
Sorry, October. A hidden window illuminates what sculpture which is housed in the Carmelites' Cornaro Chapel?
Pass.
It's called the Ecstasy of St. Teresa. Pascal's triangle contains coefficients named for what word that also refers to a polynomial with 2 terms?
Binomial.
Binomial is correct. A visit by what religious figure to his home country sparked the Solidarity movement?
The Pope.
Which one?
Pope Francis.
Sorry, John Paul II from Poland. The Charter Oak was located in what New England city that named a convention of Federalists during the War of 1812?
Boston.
Hartford. What Hungry studio game subtitled Adventure Master features an 8x8 grid where players clear rows to get combos?
Candy Crush.
No, it's called Block Blast. In a novel by what author does Soaphead Church trick Piccola Breedlove into feeding a dog poisoned meat? Need the author.
Pass.
Toni Morrison. A dream of a snake biting its tail led 𝗦𝗫liche 𝗡𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝗆 to formulate what compound structure?
I do not know.
Pass.
Benzene. What game's creator, Marcus Persson, announced a spiritual successor in 2025 before canceling it?
Minecraft.
I thought I heard you say that. You are correct. One of the few attendees at what character's funeral is a man known as Owl Eyes?
I do not know.
Pass.
Jay Gatsby. The less famous of the foul poles in what stadium? Time is up. Would have been Fenway Park. Anthony Wayne ran into some tough ones there. You're now up by 30 points on Pettisville, 110-80. Blackbirds, you guys ready? Let's do it. Time starts now. More baseball. What famous baseball venue, which last hosted a major league game in 1999, could be found at the corner of Michigan and Trumbull?
Field of Dreams.
It was Tiger Stadium in Detroit. The first pope of what name sent Augustine on a mission to Britain and names a monophonic chant?
Gregory.
Gregory is correct. Nicely done. The set of what game's most valuable cards include the Power 9, including Black Lotus and the Moxen?
Pass.
It's in Magic the Gathering. What process is the movement of water across a semi-permeable membrane?
Osmosis.
Correct. What name is shared by an East Coast state's most populous city and a West Coast state's most populous city?
Portland.
Portland is correct. Daltons are used to measure what quantity that represents the sum of the atomic masses in a molecule?
Pass.
It's called molar mass. Yoon Suk Yeol was impeached as leader of what East Asian country led from Seoul?
South Korea.
You got it. Exact matches within what data type can be found using the Rabin-Karp algorithm? Rabin-Karp algorithm.
Pass.
Strings. Name this set of middle-class antitrust policies developed by Theodore Roosevelt, partly named for a geometric shape.
Square.
More specific?
The square policy.
Nah, sorry, square deal, what we were looking for. In what religion might flour be used to draw veve patterns to communicate with Papa Legba?
Voodoo.
Correct. What city St. Stephen's Basilica, which honors its first king, is located in its Lipotváros neighborhood?
Pass.
That's in Budapest. In November 2024, a female student at what country's Islamic Azad University had her clothes torn by security personnel and partially disrobed in protest?
Iran.
That was in Iran, correct. A problem involving multiplying rabbits is the origin of what numbers where every term is the sum of the previous two, named for an Italian mathematician?
Fibonacci.
Correct. Name this Edward Albee play in which George and Martha play games such as Hump the Hostess with Nick and Honey.
Pass.
Can't believe I just got to say Hump the Hostess on TV. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf is the correct answer. The reign of what emperor was called the Showa era, and he surrendered in the Jewel Voice broadcast after his country was hit by 2 atomic bombs? Looking for the emperor.
Hirohito.
Hirohito is correct. Tenzin Gyatso is the 14th holder of what title given to the head of Tibetan Buddhism?
Dalai Lama.
Correct. Packages of the chocolate brand Toblerone depict what mountain on the border of Italy and Switzerland that is very challenging to climb?
Matterhorn.
Correct. The Magnuson Act annulled what legislation which was passed to protect against falling wages for rail workers due to the employment of coolies?
Pass.
It's the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. A trilogy of novels named for what city includes Sugar Street, Palace of Desire? That's time. Answer would have been Cairo and Pettisville. Very, very good once again. It's a 70-point lead now, 180 to 110 over Anthony Wayne, but it all comes down to the final challenge round. That's next.
Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is presented by Owens Community College. Your success starts here. Apply today at owens.edu. Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is presented by Owens Community College, home to Northwest Ohio's #1 nursing college. This is the final challenge. Now it's time for the final challenge. Teams will once again have their buzzers in hand. Any team buzzing in with a correct answer will receive 10 points. If the team that buzzed in answers incorrectly, the opposing team gets a chance to answer that same question and gain 10 points. Good luck.
Time now for the final challenge round here on Brainiacs Bowl, brought to you by Owens Community College. Pettisville with a 70-point lead. Anthony Wayne, you need to beat Pettisville by 8 correct responses in this round if you are going to move on to the season-ending tournament. You've got 1 extra minute in which to do it. The 4 minutes for both teams begin now. A change in luminosity over time characterizes what stars which have a Cepheid variety? Anthony Wayne.
Binary.
Sorry, no. Pettisville, you can steal.
Neutron.
No, they're called variable stars. What American author's best-known works include The Trumpet of the Swan, Stuart Little, and Charlotte's Web? Pettisville.
E.B. White.
Correct. Umberto I and Victor Emmanuel II have held the title of, Anthony Wayne?
King of Italy.
King of Italy is correct. Man-made causes of what events include wastewater disposal wells and fracking? Anthony Wayne?
Earthquakes.
Correct. The 18th Amendment was enforced by what legislation which was passed by a namesake Minnesota senator? Anthony Wayne?
Wayne Wheeler.
No, sorry. Pettisville?
Brown.
It was called the Volstead Act. One of what animals named Airavata is often depicted being ridden by Indra? Pettisville?
Horse.
No, sorry. Anthony Wayne?
Donkey.
Elephants. Name this jackal-headed Egyptian god in charge of mummification. Anthony Wayne?
Anubis.
Correct. Every episode of what long-running police procedural drama franchise begins with the words, "in the criminal justice system"? Anthony Wayne?
Law and Order.
Law and Order is correct. What city fell after cannons designed by the Hungarian engineer Orban destroyed its Theodosian walls? Pettisville?
Constantinople.
Or Istanbul, correct. Michael Bennett asked if Edward Snowden is a traitor to the United States of America to what female Hindu American who is the current director of national intelligence? Nothing? That's Tulsi Gabbard. The title character of what novella has dinner with 6 deposed kings in Venice before surviving the 1755 Lisbon earthquake? That's in Candide. A poet from what country inspired the patriotic song Guantanamera? Pettisville?
Spain.
Sorry, no. Anthony Wayne?
Mexico.
No, it's Cuba. What cable channel's hosts have included Mike Bettis and Stephanie Abrams, the latter of whom hosts America's Morning HQ and Pattern? Pettisville?
NBC.
Sorry, no. Anthony Wayne?
ABC.
No, they're on the Weather Channel. Which U.S. president's malaise speech included his declaration of a crisis of confidence? 8 up?
Reagan.
No, sorry. Pettisville?
Roosevelt.
Nah, Jimmy Carter. Orville Redenbacher is a common brand of what snack food, Anthony Wayne?
Popcorn.
Correct. What phenomena are strongest during syzygy, while their weaker Neap variety happens when the sun and moon are at a 90-degree angle? Anthony Wayne?
Eclipses.
No, sorry. Pettisville?
Tide.
Tides is correct. Yugoslavia was based mainly on what peninsula where fighting during World War I? Pettisville?
Balkan.
Correct. A lengthy digression on the Parisian sewer system appears in what novel whose characters include Fantine and Inspector Javert? Pettisville?
Sherlock Holmes.
Sorry, no. Anthony Wayne? Nothing? Probably more familiar with the musical Les Miserables. What autobiographical novel depicts the youth of its author, Maya Angelou? Pettisville.
I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings.
Well done, correct. And that's time. And Pettisville, congratulations. You're headed to the season-ending tournament. That's got to feel nice. That's a really impressive score, 230 points, given how difficult the questions were. Can't wait to see you guys again later on in the season. And Anthony Wayne, it's been awesome having you here for you two matches. You guys played a really entertaining brand of Quiz Bowl. We hope to have you back here next year. And we hope to see you folks at home next time as this season of Brainiacs Bowl rolls on, brought to you by Owens Community College. We'll see you soon.